Well, hey everybody, welcome to the wonderful world of Remnant Radio. In this program, we've got Kathy Gray with us, and we're talking about dream interpretation. It's going to be an exciting program. You guys stay tuned. In this episode of Remnant Radio, we're going to be talking about dream interpretation, but we're also going to be doing some interpretation of dreams. We sent out a Facebook post publicly. We gave an opportunity for people to send in kind of videos that were recorded, audio messages, even texts that they could kind of submit to have these dreams interpreted. We've picked out a few of them, and we're going to give them over to Kathy to do some interpretation. So make sure to stay tuned as we talk about this gift of the Spirit, one of the various ways that God speaks through dreams. So we're going to be talking about that interpretation process. We'll give you some kind of biblical guidelines on how to interpret dreams. We're going to kind of give some personal experiences, and then we're going to dive into some of these dreams specifically. So if you're out there and you're interested in dream interpretation, this is a one-stop shop for you. Also, I want to encourage people, if you're watching Remnant Radio regularly, learning about gifts of the Spirit, and you want to start taking some of those first steps for yourself, our Introduction to Spiritual Gifts course just launched. I say just launched. It launches tomorrow. So you can register for that course. The early bird date is, I think it's going to be the next 2 weeks. I hate to, my marketing director is probably having a heart attack on the other side because I've gotten a date wrong. But I know that the early bird registration releases tomorrow, and it's at least 2 weeks. Maybe it's 3. But make sure to snag your spot. The earlier you register, the quicker you can get into your small group and pick which day of the small group you want to be a part of. Because our videos go online. You watch those videos, you break out for live Q&A, and then you do small group with a small group leader where you actually begin to practice spiritual gifts for yourself. So if that's interesting to you, go check it out over at theremnantradio.com, and the early bird discount for 20% off can be found in the newsletter. The newsletter can also be subscribed to at theremnantradio.com. So very much encourage you to take advantage of that. Now, without further ado, I've got some friends here on the program. I've got Michael Miller over there in Denver, Colorado. How you doing, Michael?
Doing good, other than glass desk exploding in my office. Good, other than that.
So I wish we could just like have you like turn your camera or like call in from your phone and just show people.
You want me to show you?
Yeah, sure, go for it. This is gonna be the most janky camera cut ever. He's just gonna like manually grab his camera and here, I'm gonna cut 3, 2, 1, boom! Look at that.
This is just a desk that just.
That's wild.
Wow.
So right before this program, Michael was just sitting in his office, just getting ready to jump on the live stream, and then his glass desk explodes. So this is going to be, Kathy, what does it mean? No, I'm just kidding. It's not part of a dream. We won't dive into it. But while Miller is getting his camera set back up correctly, Kathy, tell us a little about yourself and your ministry, dream interpretation, your process in that, how you've learned to do this, and then the book you've gotten published here recently. Tell us all about that and more.
Yes. I'm Kathy Gray, and I was raised in a ministry home that was really geared in on scripture memory, on discipleship, on study of the word, evangelism, very solid background in the word of God. However, my sister and I, who Michael knows my sister Karen, because she's at Reclamation with him.
She was at my house last night for home group.
Okay, exactly. She gives Michael a hard time from time to time, but you know, keeps him going. In both of us were experiencing nightly, very vivid nightmares and seeing manifestations in the room. Most of these, well, I should have said vivid dreams, but most of them were nightmares, and we could not figure out what they were. Sometimes we would even dream the same thing at the same time. We would see the same thing at the same time. And I could not make sense of this dichotomy in my reality. I had this stable family with ministry. We had lots of loving community, loved the Lord, went to training programs, even through marriage into almost until I was 30, I still had these nightmares and the just seeing things in the room, and I just thought there was something really wrong with me. I was actually very
Michael, are you hearing Kathy's audio come through?
Or is it really it sounds like Yeah, something got messed up over there.
I'm so
on
sorry,
Kathy's
Kathy.
end.
We had some technical difficulties. She got set up on her computer, and then her computer kept losing internet speed, and now the audio of her phone seems a little suspect. Quick mic check.
You're sounding really garbled to me.
Yeah, you're sounding also very gargled. It's going both ways. Maybe call out and then call right back in
I
and see
may
if we
hang up
can.
and call back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. See if that's something that we can resolve. So sorry about this, both to our viewing audience and also to Kathy, who's having technical difficulties. Uh, well, let me take a second to maybe address some of the comments
Well,
there on Facebook, because there were
yeah, we
quite a
should
few
definitely do that.
comments that were rather frustrated with the fact that we were doing some dream interpretation today. Uh, I,
What's up with that?
I'm a
Why
little
why is
baffled by
this
it.
more controversial? Like why suddenly we talk about prophecy, we literally demonstrate prophecy from the stage, we share
Yep.
testimonies of these things, but somehow with dreams, it's like, oh man, we have crossed a line here. Like we're no longer trustworthy teachers because we believe these things are real and that somehow they can be interpreted. Explain to me
Yeah,
what happened here, Josh?
I assume that people are kind of like finding this to be some kind of like new age thing, or like they've seen dream interpretation that's been very hocus pocus, and like every time you see this picture, this is what it means in a dream. And I think a lot of people have gotten very kind of fatigued by maybe the dream interpretation books, where every time you see a horse it means this, every time you see a car it means that, every time you see a red falcon, that's what it means in this picture and that picture. And I think that they're kind of maybe jumping to some assumptions, but also likely just
Is it because
experiencing a
the
lot
new
of fatigue.
You think it's because the New Age interprets dreams, and therefore, if Christians do that, then they kind of have a false equivocation? It's like I don't get it because I think of like, well, Muslims pray. Should we not pray? Muslims teach the Hadith. Should we not teach from the scriptures? Um, they're doing similar things. Doesn't make us doing them, if it's biblical, wrong. I think that's got to be what it is. Don't you think? I
I
don't
think
think it's just that it's.
it's
Go
part new
ahead.
age and it's part fatigue, I think, on the charismatic space, and that people just, I think, assume if we do prophecy and other people are doing prophecy, it's got to be wacky until they see it and they're going, oh, okay, maybe it's not wacky. I think the same thing comes to the dream interpretation. Kathy's called back in. Let's see if we have her audio. Let me punch her in. Kathy, you still there? She looks like she is froze, and also says they have muted themselves, so maybe not. Here, she's called right here. See if I can put her in there. Kathy, do we have you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we actually hear you now, so that's good. Well, with all kinds of noise artifacts. Oh no, I'm so sorry. We might have to.
Yeah, the audio is
Yeah,
not working on your phone.
yeah, we might have to reschedule this live stream. Unfortunately, this is something that we're really excited to do. I apologize for everybody who's watching here live. It's the pros and cons of having a live stream. Sometimes things don't work. Maybe
It
we
was
can have
working before
you.
we started.
Yeah, well, all of this was working right before we started, and then now it's not.
Dude.
Uh, Here, let me mute this down. Kathy, here's another option. If you're calling in, we'll have to cut all this out in post. But if you're still on, let's do this where you call back in maybe with some headphones. That might fix the problem, because it sounds like it's a problem with your microphone or
Phone.
speakers, but I'm not
Yeah, it's
sure. Also, maybe
if you just
reset
got
your phone.
headphones that could work.
Yeah, I would try to reset your phone. Maybe. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Um, I
Now?
do have her. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. It's coming through clearly now. I don't
That's
know
good.
why.
Well, we'll run with it. The
Nobody
best
move.
thing about YouTube is you can go through YouTube and you can cut out sections. So maybe if things work well, I should have prayed harder before the show about technology working well. I'm sorry about all this, Kathy.
This is crazy. We did actually pray about this before. I think it's very interesting that a glass desk is
It's not
on.
working, Kathy.
And
Here, let's do this.
it's not working.
Guys, if you're out there watching right now, what we'll do is we're going to put a pause on this live stream. We're going to see if we can get her set up, working a little bit better, and then we'll just kind of go from the top, and we'll just redo this program if we can get it all settled. And if not, we'll just have to reschedule it for another time. So
Should we tell everybody
I don't want to.
maybe give us 10 minutes, and if we're not
Yeah,
back
give
on
us
in
10 minutes. We
then
might be
we'll
right back
reschedule.
on in the live. That's right. And if not, we'll end up rescheduling. We'll make a public post so people know what's going on. So sorry for those of you tuning in. I know you really wanted excited about doing some dream interpretation stuff. So we'll try to get this squared away and see if we can hop right back on.